This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for March 18th, 2026. Heart lead singer Ann Wilson has announced a 9-date tour to support the release of her upcoming documentary, In My Voice. The film, narrated by Wilson, traces her journey from childhood to stardom with Heart and draws from her archive of home movies, photographs, and journals, as well as previously unseen footage from her years with the band. The run of dates kicks off in Seattle on May 11th and wraps up June 1st at City Winery in Boston. The film will be screened on each date, followed by a Q&A with Ann Wilson and director Barbara Hall. Legendary punk frontman Jello Biafra is making progress after suffering a hemorrhagic stroke earlier this month. The 67-year-old artist, best known as the voice of the Dead Kennedys, was hospitalized after collapsing on the morning of March 7th due to high blood pressure. The Smashing Pumpkins, Turnstile, Youngblood, and more have been booked for Lollapalooza 2026 at Grant Park in Chicago. Lord, The Story So Far, Charlie XCX, and more will be headlining the festival between July 30th and August 2nd. Pre-sale tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. Stephen Knight has shared more details about his forthcoming Oasis documentary, calling it phenomenal. The Peaky Blinders creator is producing the new documentary, which will follow Oasis and their return for their huge Live 25 reunion tour. According to reports, the project will contain some, quote, phenomenal footage of Liam and Noel Gallagher's first meeting ahead of their comeback shows. Knight said, "We've got it down to 4 hours, so we've got to get it down to a shorter runtime. But it's a documentary with a plot. Do you know what I mean? It's actually got a story, and then we've expanded it. You'll see it when you see it." Trent Reznor from 9 Inch Nails clarifying his comments on the future of the band's touring plans. Saying, quote, "As some of you may know, this is the last show of the tour, and to be clear, I think I said something the other day that got misconstrued into something that it's not intentionally necessarily true. What I said was, this is the last show of the tour, and we don't have any other shows booked, and we don't have any plans to book any shows anytime in the future so far. That doesn't mean we're not going to tour again. We may tour again, but it won't be next month, and it won't be this year." He went on to say, "What we are going to do is go and work on new music and make some new shit. And if we feel inspired and we feel like we can beat this tour, then we'll see you again. And I hope we see you again, and I hope you come and see us if we do." St. Vincent is set to release live in London this Friday, a digital album capturing last year's majestic BBC promotional performance at London's Royal Albert Hall, where she was accompanied by the 60-piece Jules Buckley Orchestra. St. Vincent has announced that her limited run of North American orchestral shows will be expanded by 7 newly announced dates, including a stop in Boston at Symphony Hall on June 4th. 70s rockers Cactus have returned with The Little Red Rooster, their newest single featuring lead vocals from Dee Snider from Twisted Sister and guitars by Tracy Guns of LA Guns. The song appears on the band's upcoming album, Temple of Blues 2, which is set for release on April 3rd. The album features an all-star cast, including guests like Dee Snider, Ted Nugent, Billy Sheehan, Bumblefoot, and Pat Travers. 2026 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominee Billy Idol has just announced a brief Las Vegas residency taking place in late summer. Taking up shop at the Fontainebleau for 5 shows between August 28th and September 5th, tickets go on sale to the general public this Friday. Fan voting for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is still open at rockhall.com. And Ginger announced they'll be headlining a summer North American tour with support from Crystal Lake and Entheos. Tickets go on sale to the general public this Friday, March 20th, including the stop in Boston at Big Night Live on June 9th and at the Dome at Oakdale in Wallingford, Connecticut on June 10th. And Kid Bookie has collaborated with Corey Taylor on a new single called Blame, the London rapper describing the song as a therapy session. The track is the latest to be shared on the upcoming album from Kid Bookie, set to be officially announced later in 2026. And a new book celebrating the Ramones is set to be released as the band's debut album turns 50. The new book, titled All Good Cretins Go to Heaven, The Enduring Spirit of the Ramones, celebrates the legacy, incorporating deep research and history on each Ramones member, as well as including commentary and memories from the band's many friends and fans. The book will be released worldwide on April 23rd, just in time to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Ramones' self-titled debut. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, share, comment, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 302, featuring Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless, is available now.